Well, I'm gonna keep it all the way tall with you. The tabloids was crazy. The news media was crazy. Rotten Apple, Operation Rotten Apple, Cortland Avenue went down. When the news came to me, I was out of town. And I'm looking at the news, and they talking about people that I grew up with. Everybody looking at it like, yo, Cortland never got hit. Cortland had the longest run. Yo, but at the end of the day, we was a tight-knit community. Everybody kept Cortland within Cortland. So when that happened, I was scared. I was doing what I was doing. I didn't come up in nothing, but I could have. I could have easily came up in something. And it got to the point where all my friends is bagged up, and I'm sitting here like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do. But when the smoke cleared and everything kind of subsided, I knew these dudes are stand-up dudes, and the females. But I'm talking about the initial part when it first happened. I knew that it was gonna be a statement wherever they at. If you could make it on Cortland, you could make it anywhere on this planet. My nigga Rock done touched everything under the sun. But when he made the transition into that D game, we was right across the street from him. Old 31 orange Taj Mahals, packed to the fucking brim. So it was so crazy on Cortland back then, because you know we was always hustlers. We started out selling newspapers, packing bags, delivering groceries. But then when the drug trade really hit, when they say the Reagan era, they really don't know that Reagan era. That Reagan era flipped Cortland around so crazy. Coming out of 301, this was the central hub for everything on Cortland, Park Avenue, Vietnam. 301, everything came out of here. So for it to feel like we coming outside to go to the store or come outside to go get some Chinese food, you had to have that pack on you. We was hustling. We was doing what we was doing. And everybody on Cortland was getting it. From Park Ave to Vietnam to Cortland, Melrose, 53rd. It was crazy. The money generation was crazy. It was millions being made on this block. And I watched Rock. I watched them come from, I mean, me and Rock go back from daycare. I could go on and on, but I watched the transformation where Rock came from a stand-up soldier, a leader, he always been a leader, to where he became a boss, but to where he became the boss. Melrose was clicking so crazy on that D game, it had the C game crazy. So it made us flourish to the point where, yo, we getting so much money 24/7, every fucking day, no matter what, we out here, that we ain't have no reason to venture off and get into other things and be experimental with shit. We was doing millions on Cortland. Millions! Because he always had this shit in him. Been doing this DVD shit, making it cool for niggas to be on camera before niggas was on camera. Before all that internet shit and that social media shit. We didn't get our names from that. We got our names from right here, on this concrete, Cortland. That's where it came from, B.
Fact. They spending a lot of blood on these streets.
A lot of blood on these streets.
Who's your top 5 inspirational neighborhood Cortland Avenue?
Rocco, 3 out of 304. Carlton Hines, out of 304. Rule, officially out of 301.
Facts.
Pat, Goldfinger's wife, Pat, out of 301. I gotta give it up to T-Mac. And I got a lot of history behind that top one. So that's my top 5 right there. Today,
I want to ask you,
if you was in them streets or you still in them streets ain't the end. That's like the beginning of what's in you. And the streets wasn't the beginning for us. The hustle was the beginning for us. Like I said, we packed bags, We delivered groceries, we sold newspapers, but that hustler's ambition has always been in us and it's in you. So basically, I say that to say this. The drug game is just a stepping stone. If you got that hustle in you, it's in you. So whatever you touch, that 9 to 5 or that corporate level or whatever you doing to make your ends meet, stay consistent with that. If you stay consistent and you feel that burning desire in your gut, in your heart, you trust it. If it's not burning in your heart and your gut is not wrenching, I wouldn't even fuck with it. If you go against that, you wind up somewhere where you don't need to be. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I had to make that transition. I made it because the people around me, I paid attention, family, whatever your vice is to make you do what you need to do, and then you get to that point, just keep going. Don't stop for nothing, no matter what nobody tell you. Keep going. Invest in yourself. Invest your money. Peter paid Paul. Guess what? Now, you don't need funding from the government. You don't need funding from other people or local drug dealers or whatever the case is. All this is coming from you. All this is coming from your grind. So you made that transition. So now you can appreciate that hard work and that dedication you put into. A motherfucker's not entitled to your grind. Don't make him entitled. Don't enable him to be entitled to your grind. You do that shit because it's in you, man.
Let's get it together, man. Find some hobbies, man. This was my hobby. I used to hustle, but my passion was this. Nowadays, I look at the hustle. Shit I used to do. I'm like, man.
Listen,
We all make choices.
and we got to make the best ones for your situation, your family, your friends, the people that look up to you. Because a real boss is not a person that can fucking move drugs. Drugs move itself. A boss is a motherfucker that pull another motherfucker up and create multiple streams of income to create opportunities for other people. That's what a boss do.
Yeah, but the problem is, too, they don't know the difference. Everybody ain't hustlers, man. All y'all niggas are scramblers, man. We should scramble.
You know, we sat here and we did what we did to get to where we are now. And we're able to bring this message to the forefront. We're able to let you know the path you're on. If you switch lanes a little bit and curve the illegal shit for the legal shit and keep that same hustle and drive.
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with going to do something for 8 hours a day.
Because remember, you want the latest or whatever came out. You still got to re-up. You still got to live. You still got to pay whatever bills you got. Whether it's a cell phone, beacon bill, whatever. You still got to pay something.
Bottom line, be independent.
And consistent.